Good morning. This is a little video. Happy 4th of July, 250th birthday of our wonderful nation, America the Beautiful, home of the brave and land of the free, something like that. Land of the free and home of the brave. In any case, God bless you all out there. Hope you're enjoying the day, the weekend, and your slack car and diecast racing and collecting. I just wanted to share a quick thing as a novice to all of this. I'm surprised. I'm starting to do more maintenance and stuff on these cars, and ultimately, I want to move into customizing and creating my own, modeling my own little cars. But I'm still somewhat a ways away from a 3D printer, and where I may get, I have a Lexan body already that I'm thinking of, working on getting customized. I don't have the equipment to do it properly yet, so I'm restraining myself from trying to do it, and I will probably until next year, early next year sometime, or toward the middle of next year. I really fully get into customizing and painting and designing cars and working on armatures and upgrading and that type of thing. Um, like I see some of my fellow YouTubers, slot car YouTubers doing, both in 132nd and in HO scale. In any case, I just wanted to share a couple of things that have really worked for me. This being the spirit of and the nature of the hobby and the YouTubing that we do, or that I do anyway. This little car, as beautiful as it is, at 22 volts, it is a little bullet, and it just flies off the track because I got to upgrade the magnets. And I ruined this spoiler back there, the wing. The wing totally mangled it, and it flew off. Half of the wing or more flew off, and everything. And as you can tell now, it is fixed, and it is on there very nicely. I mean, that looks pretty good. Yeah, if you're really picky, you can really tell, but you know, it is very nice compared to one that has not broken. Yeah. In any case, it's a good job, a good repair job, right? And I mean, this was really gone. This was really mangled. The little part that remained on here was mangled, and the part that came off was really mangled. And I was able to completely repair it. And I did so by using, give me just 1 second here. Sorry for the bad video. And I did so by using, and this is what my reference to proper tools before, I used first, to be able to handle that stuff, these tweezers. These beautiful little tweezers, man. These things save me to remove the chassis. I use this one to remove the chassis from the bodies, separate the chassis from the bodies. Amazing. Easy. Makes life real easy, and it's gentle and delicate, and it's tiny enough that it can get in between all the little bad parts. And then the other two I use to handle and place little wings and little parts like that. Otherwise, with my fat, grubby little fingers, it would be impossible, or with any other pliers that I have from my woodworking and crafting, it would be impossible. So I highly recommend for all of you novices like me that haven't fully understood everything we're doing yet. These kind of tweezers. I forget where I got these. I really don't know. Probably Amazon, but these are awesome, and they're um, electron tweezers, stainless steel, which means they're sensitive to the electricity. They're not going to be, staticky or anything like that. Then I was talking on a group yesterday, or reading in a message group yesterday for slot cars, HO slot cars. Somebody talking about they were going to use crazy glue or super glue on their little plastic car, and I've had that experience. I ruined one car using crazy glue. I don't use super glue on plastic slot cars anymore. I don't use super glue anymore for my chassis or my bodies. Anything that has to come in contact with electricity and with plastic that has to be in a slot car, I use now. And it doesn't have to be this specific brand. This is not sponsorship. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm sharing what's working for me as I progress in this hobby. And what I used was this. And this thing works faster and stronger than crazy glue. And let's see if we can get. Yeah. This thing is specifically for modeling. And it works. I mean, look at this. Two little dabs. And this thing, I mean, I'm no Picasso, or I'm no Michelangelo or anything, but this thing looks awesome. I'm very happy with the repair, and all I did was take the tweezers and apply one little drop, and boom, it's on. And I held it maybe 3-4 seconds, and that was it. And so I recommend this. I'm not going to put a link to it in the bottom of this video because I forget where I got them. I know it's probably Amazon. These are available on Amazon, both the tweezers and this, and so you can look for them. And I'm not recommending any specific brand, but these are the type of tools and accessories that one actually needs. You gotta. I really strongly believe in having. I was a carpenter for 15 years, a building carpenter, form, frame, and trim structural carpenter. So I did everything from footings to the ridge cap. I built hundreds of houses, hundreds of roofs, beams, soffits, eaves, you name it. I did it. Baseboards, chair rails, hung doors, door trim, window trim, hung windows, installed windows, all of that stuff. I've done all of that by the dozens and dozens and dozens, apart from, sheathing and building, and framing and forming concrete and framing houses and wood and all of that. I did that for 15 years of my life as a professional. I was actually a union carpenter for a while. And so, I know how important it is to have the specific tool for the specific job that makes everything easy. Even a difficult job. This was difficult for somebody like me with end stage arthritis. I have the kind of arthritis where my hands shake, and I can't close my hands. I can't close my hands completely, and and I have swelling and a lot of pain and deformation of my joints and everything. And so it's very difficult to work at this scale, and the right tools are necessary. You gotta, and it's really beautiful. So I recommend these things, and now I'm going to get these two in a 5-minute time trial. These are two AFX R8 Corvettes. They're specifically named by the license plate. Ace. AccelR8. This one's AccelR8. And this one, I can't read it. I can't read it. Let's see if we can get real close. Can't read it. But that one I know is called AccelR8. This one I think is just Corvette R8. They're beautiful. They run really nice. I'm not sure that I'm going to run them at 22 volts. Probably I'm going to run them at 12 volts. I still haven't installed the adjustable power supply. I'm going to do that next week. And I still don't have variable ohm controllers. And so with brakes and stuff, which I want to get, but little by little. So in any case, these two coming up real soon, 5-minute, and this will probably be up on the website tomorrow, because I'm running behind here. 5-minute time trials for each of these, and I also wanted to share this. Talking about specific tools, this is what I've been using RailZip 2. I've been using from Zap, also available on Amazon. This is what I've been using after I clean the shoes. I put some RailZip on there. And what this does, it is a corrosion inhibitor, and it actually helps pick up the electricity. It electrifies those shoes a little bit more and prevents more corrosion, and so it's a conductivity. It helps with conductivity, and so I recommend that RailZip on the shoes. Also, on certain areas of the track that may have dead track, you might use it on the actual metal part of the track, on the rail. That also helps electrify the track a little bit. And that's what I got today as far as my maintenance and update video. And I hope you're all enjoying once again your weekend. And if you're from the United States, that you're celebrating a wonderful family weekend and just a wonderful weekend by yourself. I'm a bachelor and I'm pretty much alone in my life. I have very little family here around me, and so we're all old and kind of to ourselves. So my mom and dad both died over 5 years ago now, both of them. And, I'm a senior citizen myself. So, and I'm divorced for a while now. And my kids are all living in other places. And I have a niece that's too busy to be concerned with me, and so but I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's life, and sometimes we get that way. It doesn't mean that we're alone. I do talk to my family on a weekly basis, my sister uh, and my brother-in-law and my niece, and I have cousins and friends and stuff that I talk to online, so and that I see every once in a while. Trying to get them to come over and run some slot cars with me. So far, that hasn't happened. But then again, I'm not a very reliable person as far as schedules, so we're working on it. In any case, happy 4th of July, and happy birthday to the greatest country in the world. 250 years. In terms of nations, uh, that's not too bad. That's a good deal. But in any case, nobody thought this nation would ever exist, because a nation without kings did not exist in all of human history. It was always either a tyrant, a despot, or a dictator, or a king. And they had a very minor little experiment back in Athens for a little while, and then the English decided that they needed accountability from their king, and if the king wanted to be served, he needed to give the people rights, which came from the Athenians to some extent, and where the tyrants gave the council of people, of citizens, rights and the ability to vote on his decisions, so that he didn't have to keep armies and imprison and murder a lot of people. And that's how you get democracy, because standing armies are very expensive, as the United States has found out since World War One, and as Europe knows, and it's hard to keep that balance of power once you have a 24-hour a day, 7 day a week military. Um, we want it to be noble and protect our freedoms, but we see what's happening in Iran right now. In any case, um, forgive me for getting off topic and into history and politics, but I want you all to have a wonderful weekend and appreciate the United States of America. It is truly the greatest nation that any human beings have ever come together to produce. And and it is literally responsible for the freedom and prosperity of the world that we live in today, in the post World War era. And never forget that, because that means something. And God bless America, and God bless you all. And I'll see you in. I'm probably going to put out 2 or 3 or 4 videos before or by Monday, and hopefully you enjoy them and join me for them. And I promise not to get into politics or history. Have a great day. God bless you all, and keep enjoying slack car collecting and diecast collecting and racing.